Hello world, Shelly here, and today I have an eyeshadow tutorial on this look right here. I am checking out a couple of new to me products from Morphe. I received both of these products complimentary from Morphe through the Octoly PR program, so this is not sponsored. I'm not being paid to do this. They just sent me these products, and my only obligation is to give you guys my honest opinion. So the brush kit is a 6-piece brush kit, retails for $20. It comes in this glittery bag. We will talk about these in more detail in a moment. You can currently get this brush kit on Ulta's website. It is not available on Morphe's website. It appears to be sold out at the moment. The eyeshadow palette that we're going to take a look at is the Your True Selfie 15T palette, and this is a nice sort of earthy neutrals with some shimmers, some mattes. This retails for $16. You can get this on Morphe's website. We're going to talk about this in more detail. I'm going to show you guys how I used these brushes and this palette to get this eye look, and if you want to see how that happens, stick around, and at the end I will wrap up and give you guys my final thoughts on both. Alright, let's do this. Of course, as soon as I'm ready to go, I sneeze 12 times. So if I sound like a frog, I apologize. This is the Morphe, it's Your True Selfie Artistry palette. This is number 15T. I love how they have printed the names of the shadows inside the palette. There is a very nice big full-size mirror in here that takes up the entire top of the palette, and it also stays open. So this is as far as it opens, and you can set it on your desk. That makes this something that I would enjoy for travel, because I am not a person that applies my makeup while holding a mirror. I like to have a mirror set in front of me where I have my hands free, and I prefer it that way. So we're going to take a look at that eyeshadow palette. I also have the All I Want, EYE, a clever, right? Eye brush kit, and it comes in this gorgeous glittery bag. No clever sayings or anything like that. I don't like all that cutesy stuff. Black glitter bag, right up my alley. The 6 brushes that come with this set are all synthetic brushes. You get a tapered crease brush that reminds me a whole lot of the Sigma E25. There is a more firm crease blending brush, and we have a small crease brush, which I think is also going to double very nicely as a small shader brush. We have a smudge brush that is a really nice, dense but not too dense. I'm thinking for the lower lash line. And there's an angled brush with a spoolie on the other side, and then a liner brush. These style brushes are excellent for doing eyeliner with eyeshadow. Now, I used to subscribe to the Morphe Live Glam, the Morphe Me brush subscription, and I really enjoyed it. I like Morphe brushes. I think they're great for very reasonable price points, and the only reason I stopped my subscription is that I have too many brushes. I mean, how many brushes does a girl need? I've literally got 100 brushes here, and I just finished decluttering and giving away half my brushes, and I still have too many brushes, so I got some more. I can't help myself, you guys. And so I generally do like Morphe brushes. We will see how this goes. I'm going to use just these 6 brushes for this eyeshadow look. They don't have numbers the way other Morphe brushes do, because I think they're just part of this specific kit, but I like the tapered handles. They feel fairly lightweight, but they've got a little bit of weight in the, I don't know all the technical terms, like the sort of barrel of the brush here. First impression, of course, I'm not going to be able to speak to longevity, but I have a lot of Morphe brushes in my collection, and they hold up fine to washing for me. They, over time, you know, my oldest Morphe brushes, which are probably about 3 years old at this point, do get a little scratchy over time, and I think that tends to just be how things go with synthetic brushes, and I feel like my Morphe brushes are the oldest of the brushes in my collection because I started trying them out very early on in my makeup exploration. So let's take a look at this palette. I am thinking, You know, I'm wearing kind of earthy green going on here. I'm thinking we are going to hang out in probably this here row and maybe get a little of this in there. I'm thinking of this particular green, maybe a little halo eye action with a warm crease. I don't know. That's where my brain is. That's where we're starting out in this head of mine. So I am going to start with the tapered crease brush. I did already prime with my Urban Decay anti-aging primer potion. I still can't find my MAC paint pot. I did order a backup in the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty sale, but I don't want to open it because I know as soon as I open it, I'm going to find my old one, and my old one is practically brand new. I just opened it like a month ago. So I'm going to hold out a little longer and keep using my primer potion in hopes that I find my paint pot. I'm going to start with the Strike a Pose shade and the tapered crease brush and put this in my crease, but keep it sort of on the higher end so I can almost sort of blur it out as a transition shade as well. I will put something else in the deep crease that is a little bit darker than this. This brush is almost identical to my my Sigma E25. Yes. A little bit more length, but very similar shaping. Here's the side profile. It's a little tiny bit longer and a little tiny bit skinnier, but in the crease it feels quite similar, and I'm getting quite a similar blur. You guys know, if you were around for my top 10 favorite brushes, the Sigma E25 is like a ride or die brush for me, and this is a great replacement for it. Not that I'm replacing it, it's not going anywhere. I have this really annoying spot right here that hates to hold color. I don't know why. Always. Never ever takes color. In between, I'm wiping my brushes off on a little color switch. This is one that I got off Amazon. It's just like this little sort of stiff spongy thing in here so that you can change colors without having to wash your brushes in between. Now I'm going to take the small crease brush, the one that looks like a small shader, and I'm using the shade Before. And we're going to go Halo Eye. I'm going to do sort of the outer third and the inner third of my lid. For a matte shadow, this is packing on quite nicely. I like these small shader brushes to pack on color because I think when I use a fluffier blending brush, I get a more sheer application, and when I want the color kind of packed in, I want to pack it in with a more dense brush. I really like the size of this because you see how I can get into the inner corner of my lid without getting it all over the place? I tend to be clumsy and get makeup all over the place. So I like brushes that fit my eye shape. I don't have gigantic eyes, really. I don't have a ton of lid space. So I need precision. Yeah, I like this color. I like this brush and this color. I'm going to take the Firm Blender brush. It's really just a small-ish sort of crease brush and the shade Sorry Not Sorry, and go into the crease. If this seems like sort of backwards, whenever I want my crease to be a little bit more defined and a little bit darker in shade, I will typically do it after I do that portion of the lid color, because I find that the blending, sometimes you can end up blending away that crease color if you go over it with your lid color. And when I want the dominant color to be the crease color, I will do it second, because then it seems to be the more prominent. I don't know if I'm making any sense right now, but I am digging the heck out of this color. It's like a reddish undertoned brown. That is nice. That goes really well with this green. I'm also digging this brush. It's blending, but it's precise. It's not too blendy. I don't want to blow this out. I want to keep that transition that we first put down, but I do want it blended. I don't want it to be harsh, and it's blending quite nicely. I feel like I want a smidge of deeperness. Deeperness? What is that? In the outer corner. Just a smidge, like, it's like the outer 7 if you've got hooded lids. You should watch Nisha on Sugar Puff and Fluff. She is the first person I ever heard call it the outer 7 for us hooded lid people. I am really torn right now between my original plan to use that green or this like gunmetal kind of work it. Let me swatch the two of these. Oh, I don't know what I want to do. What do I want to do? Sort of a taupey shimmer or greenish. Let's just do green. Let's just do the green. I'm in a taupe mood, but but we're gonna go green. Going back to that small crease brush. Ooh, I'm glad I went green. I'm going to take it right up to the crease, but not too high, because I don't want to ruin all the work I just did to keep that nice and defined. I'm putting the majority of the color right in the center of my lid, and now that most of the color's off the brush, I'm just going to like wiggle lightly over the seam. I don't know, is seam the right word for that? Make it blend together right along that edge. Now I'm going to take the liner brush and back into that Sorry Not Sorry. And I'm just going to do a faux eyeliner right along the upper lash line just to give some depth when I apply mascara. It can make your lashes look a bit more full if you've got a lot of depth right at your lash line. It's part of the reason why I pretty much always wear eyeliner, but I'm not going to wear eyeliner today because one of the things I like about not wearing eyeliner is, especially since I don't have a ton of lid space and when my eyes are open, most of it is covered by the hood of my eye. I feel like if I don't wear liner and I just do sort of this faux shadow liner, I have a little bit more lid space. I'm not giving it up to eyeliner. Next, I'm going to take the smudger brush and back into the shade Before. And let's test my theory about the firm yet softness of this brush. Yep, it is just nice. Firm enough to be precise and not get color all over your eyeballs. Fluffy enough to diffuse and not look like a really harsh line. That's pretty. Ziva is sitting right next to the camera right now. She's going to knock it over in a moment. I'm sure. I'm sure of it. I'm going to dip the same brush into Sorry Not Sorry and just deepen up the outermost corner right along the lash line. For inner corner highlight, you know, I wish there was a more white to silver shade in here, but I'm going to use the shade Artist, which is that neon green, and just pop a little bit in the inner corner with my pinky. Actually, that works really well. It looks like it's going to be neon green. It comes off slightly more goldish yellow, and that is a good thing, I think. Gonna do tight line mascara. I'll be right back. And here is the finished look. For my upper lash line, I tight lined with my stump of an Urban Decay 24/7 waterline pencil. My mascara is the CoverGirl Exhibitionist mascara, and For lip, I went with the Revlon Hyper Matte. This is in the shade Spice. I am thoroughly enjoying these. This was also provided to me complimentary from Revlon as an Octoly PR item. I'm thoroughly enjoying this formula. If you have missed my lip swatch video, I will link that for you. Hopefully I remember to do that. So let's recap this Morphe stuff. I'm digging this eyeshadow palette. No trouble whatsoever with blending. I really had minimal to no fallout to deal with. I enjoy the packaging. It's got a nice big mirror that does not flop over, so I would use this. This would be good for travel for me. That's a personal preference of mine. It is a plastic case with a snap closure, so it is pretty secure, also pretty small. You know, there's not a lot of bulk to it. It is a well-sized palette. Love this bag and the brush set. I did not use the brush with the spoolie because I had already done my brows, but you can get a whole look out of this set. That's absolutely fantastic. It gets really great reviews on Ulta's website. It's getting almost 5 out of 5 stars. For the price, this retails for $20. You get 6 brushes. I think that is a really great deal. Comes with the bag. The eyeshadow palette retails for $16. I think it performs wonderfully. I had no trouble whatsoever with the shades that I chose. Of course, if I have any issues in the future, I will keep you guys up to date. But I really like how this look turned out. I'm happy. So, there you have it. My take on the All I Want eye brush kit from Morphe. And let me show you the original packaging of the 15T Artistry. What is it about your selfie? Something about your selfie. Your True Selfie, the 15T palette. Thumbs up on both of these. These are keepers in my book. If you enjoy eyeshadow tutorial style videos, first impressions, that kind of stuff, give me a thumbs up down below. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I post new videos every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. As always, thanks a lot for taking some time out of your day to geek out over makeup with me. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I will see you next time. I appreciate your time, and I hope you guys all have an awesome day or night wherever you are in the world. Take care of each other. Bye-bye.